It's been happening all my
All
life.
told.
One of my favorite words.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it is a good word.
Um, this just in. Last time on the Wild Seeds of Terra. Here, give me a second. I was doing my levels, so give me a sec.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. No,
I'm gonna do the
I
intro
can do it.
music.
No, we're good. We're good. So last time on Wild Seas on Terra, we had started our adventure on the high seas on the boat. We have a numerous amount of villagers that are all on the top deck. We were able to put together a party of individuals that could start fishing, mending nets, kind of getting things together because we need to feed all of these people. We were able to get the dragon squared away, figure out what he needs to like survive, and we're very lucky. He only really needs to eat like once a month. So, with our classy druidess Isabella here, able to feed said dragon the berries to keep him kind of like gently satisfied. We're going to be okay there. We avoided a very large storm on the horizon that was obscuring the route to Syrup Village, which is our current destination. Normally, that trip would take about 4 days from our previous island that was blown up. But now we are doing a bit of a detour and adding a couple of extra days to our trip. We were able to make those rolls though last week and like avoid the storm at that time. Whether that's still happening or following us, I don't know. We'll find out. But we had this amazing like series of pairs of us going down to speak to Magellan in like trying different methods of threatening him with like steam from a cappuccino machine and being very scary, and then that didn't work, and then we had another group was like, well, we're gonna just ask you kindly questions like who do you work for, why are you here, and Magellan was given a lot of pushback because he said that it's like, well, you're not giving me any incentive to like tell you anything. I mean, I'm either going to be killed or like, as soon as I'm let go, I'm just going to send the full martial right of the Marines after you. So, we're very confused on how to deal with that. But the girls, we cooked up a scheme and we wandered downstairs and put on our little coquettish honeypot voices and talked to Magellan about how big and strong and powerful he was and his great mighty beard. And we found out that Isabella really doesn't like beards. And that's okay for future reference. I will sail that storm all on my own. That's fine. But Isabella was able to extract more important information and used her powers to charm him. And now we're kind of at a point where we had just wrapped up the honeypot mission, gone back up to the second deck, and we're here to discuss what we're going to do with that information and kind of come up with a game plan. So I guess take it away, DM.
Yeah, so sitting in this room, the second floor, just above the holding area where Magellan is being kept, with Biscuit and the little Eldritch Cannon maybe watching over him. Let's see, I'm trying to see where everybody else is. So Ray's still up here. I think that's just an accident.
Magellan.
Magellan
And
is
yep.
downstairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing a short man. Where is he?
Giuseppe's on the
I am
workbench.
near same floor
Ah,
on the workbench.
yes.
I
I
know I'm
picked
hard
my
to spot.
spells as well, so
Okay, so you can release the other one then.
I'm seeing
And-
double. Fuck
how do I
crusties.
release the other one?
So in the top left of the game where all the icons are, if you right click the one that has a star, you can click release.
Like releasing it back into the wild.
I see toggle AFK. Oh, there you go. Release. All right.
The eraser button, yeah.
All right, and then I'll take ownership of the old one, and I'll transfer all your inventory over. We also need to like read that book and see what inventory you're supposed to get that are mundane items, and drag what you can from
Sure.
the items button in the campaign section. Drag it
Yep.
to your
No
inventory.
worries.
Okay. So the two of Grace and Isabella are back up in the meeting area. Place yourselves where you want, but the soft music possibly being played by Simon is playing through the ship as people upstairs are on the deck, trying to do things that you've
stairs?
asked them to do. What?
Sorry. Continue.
Okay. Grace, you and Isabella walk back up from up top. Everybody else sitting around the table or over at the workbench in the case of Giuseppe.
Ango. Matt.
Nibbles will walk over, looking at you, looks at everybody, looks around the table, and paws a cup off.
So we should fuck shit up. Very
There wasn't
good.
coffee in that cup, was there?
Mm-mm.
Mm,
Just dregs.
we break my cups. Mm. That's like having a Viking as a captain.
So here's the stitch. So we were able to coerce gently from Magellan more information about this Garp character. For all intents and purposes, I will be referring to him as Carp from here on out because it's entertaining to me. So Carp sent him there on a mission to retrieve this artifact. Here's the really crudely drawn rendition by Magellan of what it was. Basically, this, I don't know, what would you call it? A plank.
Where did I send that to you?
I do not know. But it is a crudely drawn, like, tablet of various glyphs on it, and that was what Magellan sent back to the Admiral. And so here we are. Magellan apparently works in a prison. He was out to retrieve pirates. Apparently, that whole village that we just came from is full of famous old pirates. So that's a conversation we should probably have with said yay or nay pirates. Because I just thought they were villagers. I mean, they seem like really nice people. You know, I guess pirates don't have to be bad necessarily, but like the elders, you know, Danica, Thalamara, the Morgantha, and of course, you know, we can't remember, you know, where's Funky Foot guy with the duck foot? Where is he at?
He is up top.
Cyrus.
Funkafoot?
Yes, the Funky Foot. He had a weird, like, I don't understand. One foot has a shoe and the other one's a duck foot, and it's very strange. Like, visually. Apparently they're all well-known pirates, which kind of plays into the fact that Cyrus was asking us to find his grandson. That was another side mission we're going to have to go on to find Nathaniel Cyrus. But at this
Maybe
point...
they're retired.
Maybe they are retired. That does happen from time to time.
If they're well known to pirates, and now they're not do pirate stuff they hear, maybe that's because they give up.
That's
Finish.
possible. That is possible. Okay. Let's see here. What are your thoughts, Isabella?
I don't really have any right now. I feel like we're somewhat in danger because they probably were tracking that snail thing from his beard.
Oh, yes, that's true. Inside of the beard was another small transponder snail that we know doesn't have a lot of range on it. That snail we gave to Giuseppe to investigate, and hopefully he did not murder said snail. But this is not his forte,
Did
so.
did I do any rolls last session on that
So
investigation, or has that not happened yet?
it's not happened yet. You can make those rolls now, which is fine. So you can do an investigation roll or a history roll. Yeah.
No, they're the same for me, so I guess I'll do investigation and double click. We'll see what I figure out. Not double click. Right click. Why? There it is.
Hey!
Da 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, 25. All right. So here's some information, Giuseppe. I'm going to send it to you in a whisper.
Okay, grazie.
So what biscuits are you sharing with the rest of us, Ray? Good snackies?
Oh, I'm sorry. These are harvest snaps, salt and
Ooh,
vinegar baked pea crisps.
that actually sounds pretty good.
They are.
I'd take a bowl of that.
I have some of those.
Mm-hmm.
Not salt and vinegar. I have the original, and I have the little tiny packets.
The little
They're in my
lunches
drawer of
size.
snacking.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I have a snack drawer at my desk.
Fair enough.
Nice.
It's pretty
Need to
empty
give me
right
one
now.
of
It's literally
those.
they're pretty handy. You can get into a habit of, you know, over snacking.
Oh, I
It's so
appreciate that
convenient.
tablet there.
It was in the channel, not this one, the 5e.
I gotcha.
What's that?
Can
The
you
tablet image
push out
should be in
the
Oh,
crude
thank
drawing?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the side chat. Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Oh, cool.
No idea what that means. So, hopefully.
I bet that script was inspired by Gnomish.
Could be.
Everything comes from a Gnomish.
This is so.
Mm.
Okay. So we've got a crudely drawn image. We've got information. We should probably have a conversation with the elders. Maybe not show them the drawing. Because I don't think they knew anything about that. But we should probably have a conversation about there may or may not have been pirates, and they may or not be retired as pirates. They may or may not be, like, putting together a coup to steal our boat right now. I don't know. It's pure speculation. I don't think so. But probably need to have that conversation. Additionally, what are we going to do with Magellan? We have all this additional information now, but I'm not entirely sure what we should do with him. Are we just pitching him over the side? Are we just, putting a bullet through him? Are we being humane and putting him on a tiny little boat with, like, a day's worth of rations, which he can't really afford to do, and, like, letting him go? What are we going to do with the snail?
We
What is the snail telling?
couldn't let him
I
go.
figured out something with the snail.
Oh,
I
tell
think I
us
have some
more.
ideas. What I figure, it's this is a special snail.
Okay.
Very, very special. It's not like the other ones where you do a bigger call all over the place. Smaller physical as smaller range, but this is like a spy snail because this one can pick up other snail signals, interceptions, and it's got a memory. You can bring this one back. Maybe this has this special talks inside it I can bring out. Or maybe I can fix it so we can use it to pick up other signals. I don't know. I have to smack it around a little bit first.
Is
So
that what you're doing? Are
it's
you smacking it?
yeah.
Like, yeah, little smacks. Just, hey, wake up. Pop, pop.
Oh yeah.
What do you know? What do you know? Second interrogation.
What do you know?
Cappuccino, bring the steam.
Bring the steam and the salt. Oh no.
Yeah, it's awake.
Mm-hmm. I shout straight in its face. Tell me, what do you know?
Left eye blinks, right eye blinks. Just kind of stares at you.
Okay, it responds to sound. I take it that was a negative reaction, but just keep staying positive. It knows I'm here, and that's the first step. Because nobody else can see me.
Yes.
I would like to give the party the opportunity to interact with it, to see if they can fidget, but then afterwards, if nothing comes of it, see if I can't do some artificer stuff on it.
Sure.
And
So you lay it on the table. The snail in its little shell kind of looks around at everybody. And you can see like its mouth opens like it's gonna say something. And give me just a moment. Oh, wrong thing. I need this up.
If it yawns, I'm putting it in a box. Jesus.
Find your name in the list and see what it said happened to you. Success or fail. So let's see. Ray failed. Giuseppe succeeded. Simon succeeded. Flynn failed. Grace failed. Isabella succeeded. If you succeeded, you hear it begin and cover your ears. If you don't, the little snail's mouth opened, but then it just straight foghorned. And if you failed, you are stunned for a round. If you're not failed, you're not stunned for a round. And the snail, at the speed of smell, is slowly attempting to try and inch closer to the edge of the table.
Okay, I pick him back up.
Is he
Sorry,
trying to
everybody.
jump off and commit suicide?
You don't know.
I pick him back up. I jump up on the table like, okay, we're scooping you up now. That's enough of that.
Yeah. As soon as Giuseppe says enough of that, the ones that failed, you're no longer stunned. Your ears are ringing. You can still hear, but everybody sounds a little far off for about a round or two.
I'm like snapping next to my ear. What is this?
Yeah.
What is happening? I can't hear anything.
Reset,
With
Daniel,
some effort, Ray peels his claws back inside and flops back down off the ceiling.
Nice.
Also, I've
Absolute
finished
wild.
I just love the
transferring
idea of like a
the
flashbang.
items.
Everybody opens their eyes again
Nice.
and like.
Ooga! What the
on the
fuck?
table. What was
Mhm.
that?
I fixed my fur from where it has poofed right the fuck up.
Yeah.
And the snail kind of sits in your hand looking exasperated, like,
You tried so hard.
I'm gonna give him one of
But
my
in
good
the
berries.
end,
Aww.
give the snail a good berry?
Yes. The
You absolutely
everlasting gobstopper good berry.
Oh, okay. Nice.
you're going to recharge him for a second fog.
I'm gonna let him have a treat. He's
I'm-
doing his best.
I'm
So
just
very much
gonna-
like in that cartoony way of when like they've got a giant like wad of bubble gum or something in their cheek. The snail's cheek is just distended with the berry. It's just kind of like stuck on the berry.
Nom nom
It's
nom.
that big. It's that small, is it?
Oh yes, the whole snail is like the size of a thumb.
Wow.
Like
Yeah,
it's
this one's
tiny. They're
very
meant to be
small.
small.
little.
I'm going to lightly tap it on the top of its forehead and be like, "You're trying your best. You're doing a good job."
Mhm.
But
Do
you need to work
Mate,
for
you're too
us
nice.
now.
do an
Too nice.
say do an animal handling check for me. 10. Nice. He kind of rubs the finger that you've got patting his head, but otherwise looks the same. Eating the berry.
Hmm. Maybe Giuseppe takes a moment, scratches his head, and then goes, maybe Bella's a better person to fix it than a snail. And like offers it out.
Sure, I'll put it on my shoulder like a parrot.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't
do you
I
want it
can't
right
reach
next to your
that
ear
high.
if it foghorns again?
I trust this creature. I have
No.
given it food. It seems okay.
Okay.
We
It's
have
not
broken
just
bread. There is no need.
blasting. It didn't start right away just being like that. So,
No, we did surround it, to be fair.
Put it on the table, surrounded it.
I'm going to make a copy of the glyphs onto paper to go see if the dragon recognizes them, because maybe the dragon's old enough to know.
Oh, kitten,
Okay.
maybe
That's
we
fair.
can make you a fake beard so we can hide in it.
No. No, we can put it in your
It
very real beard if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
So you make it's easy enough to get a copy of it made. You can just put like a little piece of paper over top of it and trace over. So you are heading towards the dragon. Mm.
While they're doing that, can I do something that might not be possible, but maybe is? Um,
Is it?
is Giuseppe able to study? Um, I don't know if there's any books of uh, like research books at hand at all in any of the stuff we've had, but like, is it possible for me to like try to study up on the snails to see if maybe it can give me a bonus the next time I try to work with one, or maybe
It's
just some knowledge?
it is absolutely possible to study up on snails. I don't think that you would realistically have the thing you need to do that at the
Yeah,
moment.
fair enough.
So, Isabella, you, Grace going with her, the two of you make your way up to Sadamiko, who is kind of lounging, curled up in this, uh, in your little dinghy boat that's tied up to the back of your ship. And as you approach, his head kind of lifts up and like turns to your direction. What brings you?
Hello, my feathered friend, or winged friend. I just we got these symbols from someone, and I just don't know what they are, and I was wondering if you could help us to decipher them, or if you recognize them, or can give us some help. And then my little snail friend here doesn't have a name, so if you have any names you want to suggest, I'm more than willing to take those too.
Um, you see him kind of bring one of his clawed winged appendages over and is like brushing across the paper.
I'm not I'm not sure what he's doing.
Um,
Does he have eyesight? I don't know. If he
Minimal.
sees well.
it's probably minimal. Um, he is kind of feeling over across, and then I cannot read it. It is an old language.
Do you know what
Very
language it may be?
It is. Hmm.
Japanese.
It's Japanese.
Wow.
Um, let's see. I actually don't. I've got a. I think it's got an actual name. I do not know the name. It is from a poneglyph.
Okay. Thank you for trying. I appreciate it.
Nods. I do not know names for snails.
Okay. I just wanted to give you the option.
Nods again. What is, while they're gone, while they're up there, what are Ray, Flynn, and Simon doing? Well, I guess also Giuseppe. I don't know where Giuseppe went.
I'm gonna climb back up onto the um into the raven's nest, crow's nest,
Okay.
sorry, the cat's basket, and just basically see if I can see anything about the ship chasing us,
Okay.
because we never resolved that, did we?
Yeah, you don't know where the ship is. This is true.
Okay, so we can't. So it's not in view.
Has not been so far to your knowledge.
Okay.
But you can absolutely go do that. Climbing up. I'm not going to make you make climbing, you or anybody else make climbing rolls for riggings and
Well, I
thing
mean, plus
unless
I've got to climb
combat's
speed.
happening. Well, I mean, there's that too, but like for the purpose of like combats where things are happening, that's
Sure.
not so much dependent on speed, but
Hmm.
maintaining hold. But you make your way up to the top. You can go ahead and roll a perception roll for me. See if you can see what you're looking for.
Perception. I get a double thing on that,
Oh,
right?
yeah. So on your perception, it should look like that. So now you can roll. It's correct.
Oh, so close to being an 18.
Efficiency. It's interesting. Hold on. Let me try this. So I need to get rid of that one and then put you on the party sheet now. Because it didn't use your passive, which is 19, which is interesting. Try and roll again, real quick. Perception.
There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna double click it. I just want to roll until it rolls less than passive, so I can see if it boosts it up or not. It is not boosting your passive for some reason. It's okay. I'll fix it later. All right. So a 19 is what you would have had. The
Cool.
19, looking around, you can see the storm, which is now off to your port side as you're skirting around the storm to make your way towards Syrup Village, and looking around in all other directions, you don't see anything that looks like a ship to the best of your ability. Nothing on the horizon, no glints, no
It's gonna be a
sails.
fucking submarine, isn't it? God damn it. Anyway, sorry, that was out of character. My character has no reason to think it would be a submarine. But if it is, I called it. You heard it here first.
You heard it here, folks.
So yeah, so you're up there. What is Flynn doing? Is Flynn just hanging out downstairs still?
Forgot I was muted this whole time.
Yeah, I was wondering why you weren't saying anything.
Because everybody else was talking. I don't talk over.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
talk to you.
You.
Well, I mean, like, just not anything. That's all.
Yeah. So Flynn's
Yeah.
staying downstairs. He's still trying to wrap his head around one, him going deaf for a minute, and then also two, how they were able to get all that info. So he's kind of confused.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I would say that probably the rest of the evening would be relatively quiet for each of you, depending on what you're wanting to do. But at
I'm
some point,
continuing to watch.
okay,
I'm gonna check on the guns.
doing checks on the guns. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are all making your way through. You're skirting around the storm, making your way. The rest of the evening is fairly quiet, and if no decision is made in regards to Magellan, you still have another. So you were on day 2. Went from 4 to 8, so you've got 6 more days basically by the time morning comes around for you to figure out what you want to do. Food is having to be caught, and the villagers are doing a fairly decent job at bringing up some things, enough to keep people fed on the day to day. Make general intelligence checks. If you want to use investigation, if you have that, you can.
General intelligence.
Yeah, so if you don't have investigation or if you don't want to use it, to do a general stat roll, you go to the main tab of your sheet and you double click the stat on the left hand side.
Oh, cool. I will probably end up doing because I have investigation,
Good.
but very
All right,
nice.
so everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, missing Simon.
Oh, what was I rolling? D12?
Investigation or intelligence?
No. Oh, got it.
I would imagine he's very good at both of those things.
A bit.
Technically,
why?
an investigation check with no stats in it would just be an intelligence check anyway,
It's
right?
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll investigate.
Yeah. Damn.
Right. So everybody, you're looking around and you're saying like, oh, the villagers are doing a really good job at getting enough food. You guys have enough food for the day for everybody that's on the ship. If
Hmm.
you
Love
got
that for us.
if you got 15 or higher, you realize that while there is enough room for everybody on the ship for the day, that taking into account everything, if there is a day where they cannot bring up enough fish like this, you will have but 1 day's left rations. And if you got 20 or higher,
We should be rationing. Yes.
yeah, you realize that if they're not able to bring up fish for some reason, you won't make it through that last day without rationing.
So we need we need maybe to create stores so that we can overfish one day and then underfish the next.
And you're
Are the
actively moving
pickled
too, and
fish
you're
barrels empty yet?
at the pickled
We
fish.
haven't even
So,
cracked them yet. It's just-
yeah, I don't think that they've been used. I do think one has been cracked. I don't remember why. I
Yeah.
remember
We know.
Somebody had to try it, I think.
but yeah, no, the pickled fish are there. If you're using the pickled fish as part of the rations, that's like the full day that you get because there's enough barrels of pickled fish that everybody on the ship could. What was it? Hold on, you might have an extra day actually. That was
Because I
on.
can prestidigitation them to taste better.
There's that too.
See, if I discover I can use them as a fuel source, that might become a problem. You know,
Have you tried using them as
no,
a
I'm
fuel
trying not
source?
to try because God forbid they are. That's less food. But maybe a faster boat.
Yeah,
I
but then
wish
you're
to
gonna have to
investigate
change the
the
name
seafood.
from the macchiato to like pickled
The
halibut.
macchiato. Huh?
Oh. No. So if you take into account the food that's in the barrels, which is the 3 barrels of assorted jerkied meat, which I had forgotten about, and the 6 barrels of pickled fish, the barrels of pickled fish and the jerkied meat would be enough if you tapped into it. Would be enough to help your ship uh, last an additional 2 days. So enough meat there that the people on the ship, while not being happy, would be able to eat for 2 days without starving. You could stretch that probably if you got 20 or higher. You could stretch that probably to 3 or 4 days if that was also rationed.
Can you clarify your verbiage there? You said they can only go a day without starving instead of just being hungry. Is it literally starving?
It's not starving. Like I was speaking more like video game mechanics where
Okay.
your hunger meter is 0.
Uh-huh.
They will
Right.
get a
And you're not.
debuff.
Yeah, you're getting the debuff and you're not dying yet, but you're going to if you don't.
Okay.
Um,
It begins
I
the
just
starving.
wanted clarification because I don't know
yes.
all the rules of the world.
No.
Mm.
Perfectly fine for clarification. So yeah, you could let's say running out of food as opposed to what it does to people. It'll
Mhm.
be an additional 2 days before you run out of food if you use the pickled fish and the jerky meat, up to 4 if you rationed it as well.
Can I go around to the people, just starting with the elders, and see if they can recognize or read the glyphs from my drawing, my hand drawing?
Sure, you could. Who do you want to go to first?
The elders.
Okay, so the 3 of them are currently over with Chukka on the front of the ship, right over here. Chukka is making some music. You can hear the music being played as you round the corner. But you realize Chukka has no instrument and is instead just mimicking the sounds of the instruments with his vocal cords. As he is
That's really
playing music
cool.
for people. He's a
He's a kangaroo.
Kenku person, so he's like a raven type mink.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
he's a kinku. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just producing music, and the 3 elders, Danica, Morgantha, and Talmera, are standing over here by this barrel. They see you approach. Oh, nod to you. Good evening, dear.
Good evening. We were just interrogating one of the people who attacked your village, and he gave us some drawings, and I can't translate them. By chance, do you recognize these? Could you tell me what they say if you do? Or would you know anyone who's really good at ancient things or languages that may be able to assist?
Oh, we could take a look at them. I'm not sure. What is it that you see? Hmm. Oh, is it? You show it to them. Oh, this was on a tablet that we lost track of about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Where did you find this?
Uh, one of the people that attacked your village drew it. They were looking for it, and I don't know what it is. Could you help me translate it since you seem to know what it is?
Oh, sure. Let me see. Oh, it's been a long time since I've read these. Uh, it was taught. I learned it from a man a long time ago. A little difficult. It's the was this was Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. This talks about these four symbols here. They're talking about um. And her eyes go a little bit wide as she sits there. This is talking about a kingdom far away. Uh, this one here speaks of uh, waves of dirt, waves of ground. What is that? I don't know what that means. This one, this is a scorching, a scorching sun. I don't know. Maybe, maybe it's talking about a nice beach. Yes, maybe. But it says that amidst these waves of ground and scorching sun, there's a kingdom with treasures there. I'm sorry, dear. That's all it says.
Well, thank
Looks like
you
it's
so much
part
for
of
that.
maybe something. I don't know.
Thank you for your information you could provide on them. It was definitely more than what I had before.
Oh, of course, dear. How are the rest of your crew doing? We do appreciate you taking us to Syrup Village very much. Um, so sad to see our homes go, but we'll live on.
Yes, you can always rebuild. It is sad to lose what you have, but at least you have each other still.
Yes, exactly.
What
What's that?
what language is the tablet since you were able to read it?
I wouldn't say I could read it. I don't know the language myself. It's an ancient language, one that the man that I learned what I have of it from said that it was uh, the language of the ancient kingdom or something like that. I don't remember.
It's gonna. We know what it's gonna be, don't we?
No.
It's gonna be um, one of Robin's things,
Hmm. Yes,
probably.
I haven't
That's what I
I haven't a
think.
clue what it is, but it's apparently it speaks of an old time.
I'm from the old time.
Oh, are
Are
you,
you
dear?
there?
Uh, Giuseppe's
He's
actually
somewhere
up.
up there. He's looking at Cannon, so he's got to be up top.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like randomly shouting out without looking back.
He heard old, and you're like, I'm old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's exactly it's
And
like old people do.
Giuseppe strikes me as the Gen Z kid, born in 1999 and claiming that they're a 90s kid.
Dick, kinda, yeah. He's not actually that old, but he does have
Yeah.
like old man energy.
He likes to tell people he's got an old soul.
No, he's closer to like actual dingo.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm, not an old man, but amongst
yeah,
Terra, yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Well, now that I've got the information from them, I'm gonna go back down to Magellan and shave his beard off.
Okay.
That's a new form of torture.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm
do
helping
we have
him
more
look
information
better.
about it?
He seemed pretty proud of the beard, but all right.
That I didn't get that. I just didn't sense that from him. Also, I've now lost my character trying to drag it too far.
Uh-oh, hold on. Oh,
Man
you're
overboard.
yeah, technically you are. There you are. You're in the room now with Magellan.
Okay.
That's
You
called
walk
karma,
in.
kid.
Oh, you, hello. You, do you have Come back.
I have. We're gonna make you look even more handsome. It's
Yeah.
okay. I shave his beard off.
No more snails to
Why?
be found, we hope.
No,
No more snails.
no more hidden objects in the beard.
But I'm gonna
Does he
tell him
notice?
how
Does he
good
notice the
he
little?
looks.
Does Magellan notice the little
Are you
snail on
shaving
her
all of his
shoulder?
hair?
Do what? You shave all his hair? Oh, I don't know. Does he
No, no,
have
just
hair?
his beard. All his beard off.
Okay, so you shave his
He could
beard
be
off.
hiding snails anywhere.
Ew.
Will
You
you be
can
doing the
search
body cavity
anywhere.
searches? Because I'm not pulling that trigger.
Oh
But I'm
dear.
gonna be like stroking his chin now that it's smooth and telling him how much he looks so much better.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Start crying as soon as you leave.
Just
I'll just stay
the
down there.
wafting sound of tears coming up the galley. It's like, that's a new form of torture. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's getting cruel and unusual. Yep.
I did
So do all
not
the guns
tweeze it
work?
out hair by hair. This is
yeah,
not
you just,
cruel and unusual.
yeah. I imagine you just shaved it off with like a blade or something.
Yeah,
So,
like a
so he's down
careful.
there. He's like, oh, it's all gone. Thank you. I'm sure I look fine.
I'll give him a kiss on the cheek and just like rub his smooth chin. It's so much better.
Oh, thank you. And he kind of slumps down, but doesn't look as bad, like as unhappy now. He's like, okay, maybe it's all right.
I'm just gonna stay around
What do you do
Okay,
to
with the
see if
drunken
he ends up
sailor?
saying anything. I'll sit on his lap. I'll do
okay,
like low key honey pot, but not really
right.
putting effort into it.
Shave his
Like
beard with a
So
rusty razor.
this has like absent-minded hand job energy, and
Oh,
Oh, whoa.
whoa.
what you do in your free time is up to you. Just let me leave the room first.
Mm,
All
I've just
right,
seen a lot of
nothing
internet.
else much more comes from the information from Magellan, unless you question him about anything in particular.
No, not that I can think of.
Okay, so that could bring us, if everyone's ready, to a little fast forwarding. We could make a few rolls and see
Mhm.
how many days you get by without there being a struggle.
Right?
Okay.
All right, so um, things that you need to do during long excursion trips when we want to skip past them, unless encounters are going to happen, which I will be rolling to see if there are encounters indeed. But so let me do that first.
Ghost dice.
Shadow dice are so much worse than normal dice.
They also don't look square. They don't look cubed. Is that just me?
They don't look what?
They look like somebody's throwing around halved dominoes. Like the proportions
It's
are.
because he's using D8s and such.
Okay. Sailing.
No, they still look four-sided. They just look skinny for some reason. Man, these dice not eat.
It's because you can't see the contours.
Must be.
All right. So activity while traveling. So there's lookout duty. There's ship
Mhm.
repairs if need to be done. There's helping in the kitchen. There's tending wounds. There's fishing. There's
I'm going to do
um,
lookout duty and fishing, split my time between the two. Mostly lookout duty.
and there's also navigation. Things you can do that are more downtime as well. There's map making. There's tinkering or building. But so if you are navigating, I would say that it doesn't take all the time. So make navigation rolls. If you're on lookout, give me one roll per 6 hours that you do it. And if you're fishing, give me one roll
This is
per
perception, right?
But who's doing it?
perception is for lookout.
Who's doing what?
Navigating
Okay.
is water vehicles,
I'll
which we need to
percept.
add for you.
All right. So, like, how many rolls
Oh.
worth of stuff do we have to do?
Really good
Like-
roll followed by that.
So, like, how
Gotcha.
many time slots do we have to fill?
Hold on a second. Navigation. System. There we go. Have experience with that.
Do we need to do
Good.
3, 2? Like, I mean, I don't imagine we're all staying up all night.
No. So we're gonna do one day real quick and just try out some of their stuff. So if you're fishing, give me let's see.
Survival.
Depends on the fished in difficulty of the sea being fished in. Okay, so this is so it's going to be survival for fishing. DC is 10. If you're perceiving, same kind of thing. Lookout duty. Your DC you don't know, but you can roll. So I've got one for Simon, one for Ray for lookout duty. If you're fishing, just tell me how long you're fishing. I'll tell you how long you're doing it for. I would say it's a minimum of 2 hours for a fishing roll. If you are steering, like Grace, that is a water vehicles check. You can do other things while steering, because you can adjust and then kind of lock it in and then readjust later, if that makes sense. Just so you're not stuck behind the wheel the whole time.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
there's for water vehicles there, still lookout and things like that. So
Do you need 2 from me or just 1?
just one for now for water vehicles, and then if you want to do something else, tell me what you want to do. I'll tell you what to roll.
I'd love to help with the fishing a little bit, like,
Okay.
tie off the wheel and then maybe go do a
Yeah.
bit of fishing. That's
15 on water
interesting.
vehicles is good. So do a survival roll for fishing. Or if you don't have the skill, or if it's too low for anybody that wants to help with fishing, you can just do the help action. You don't roll, you're just providing someone else advantage that does have it. So it's entirely up to you, but it is survival for fishing.
How do I roll for biscuit?
For biscuit, so you can just roll a d20 for now, and I can give you a character sheet that is for Biscuit that gives you his stats and attacks. It's just going to be another character you'll have to have open as we play. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay, I'll make that for you here in just a minute. It's not hard to do.
Can I offer to
You want
help
to find a
Biscuit?
picture for him?
Absolutely, you can offer to help Biscuit. So you want to roll another one for Biscuit with advantage then? One more? Shipwright modifier. Yeah, do it with advantage. Perfect. Okay, so Biscuit got at least 18. I think it's a 20 for Biscuit. Flynn got an 8. Is anybody else fishing?
I will also fish if that's okay, or am I only when I
No.
do perception duty? Am I only doing perception duty?
If you're doing perception duty, that's the equivalent of you taking a 6-hour crow's nest shift. So
Okay,
that's
so I
6
will do a
hours of your
fishing
day
shift as
blocked
well.
off. Yeah.
Well, I'm very good at fishing.
Yeah. So 25, 18, at least 20. Giuseppe's working on the ship, keeping it maintained. Grace was piloting and helping with fishing.
So I'm going to basically take a shift perceiving and take a shift fishing every day.
Okay.
Mm.
Does anybody want to help
I was.
Flynn?
What's Flynn doing?
Flynn is trying to fish, I think, but rolled a normal roll. I don't know if he is muted at the moment. Yes. But does anybody want to help
Yes.
Flynn out? And then Flynn can roll one more time with survival.
Sure.
Okay. So somebody will. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not particularly good at fishing.
All right. So Julian, if you want to roll Flynn one more time. Nice. 14. So this is an easy C, so it's a DC 10. So Flynn, Ray, and Isabella for Biscuit. Each of you roll a D10, and that's gonna tell us what you managed to haul up. So, okay. Okay, good. And then roll to 4. Okay. Biscuit hauled up a bunch of, it looks like it's half tied up pieces of a shipwreck. Wood, planks, some tied up netting, and a piece of sail. Not a whole lot that could be used. Flynn got. Okay, we're going to go to Ray first. Ray got. Okay. Ray, you throw your rod in and you or net and you pull it back in and it has an item in it.
I love item.
Are we sailing over a treasure, like a?
You don't know.
Maybe we should stop and investigate.
Yeah.
Also, if
do it
it's not
this way.
interrupting, I'd like to collect up that, like, half a ship that Biscuit pulled up.
What's that?
Said if it's not interrupting, I'd like to collect that half a ship worth of stuff that Biscuit pulled up.
It would. It's definitely it's materials. It's useful. It's just not anything on its own. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I would like for somebody to roll. It doesn't matter who. Where is the weapon? Okay, so there it is. So, somebody grab the percentile die. Say who it is first, so not everybody just does it at
Conductor.
once.
No.
Okay.
Don't. Is it anybody? Like, there's no skills involved.
There's no skills involved. This is just
Okay.
I want some. It's basically me asking someone at the table to flip a coin.
All right,
Okay.
doing
Gotcha.
it.
Yeah, so it's just going to be
48.
What?
okay.
Yeah.
So Vex, I'm gonna
Yes.
have conductor roll the dice, and you're gonna call heads or tails, which is gonna be odds or evens.
Okay. Which are odds? Which ones are evens?
Yeah, you're just gonna call odd or even, and whatever the die roll is, you're gonna choose right now. Odd is weapon, even is armor. So which one do you want it to be?
Weapon.
Okay,
Odd.
so we're shooting. You're hoping for an odd. So go ahead and roll the D100 conductor again, and we'll see if it comes up odd or even.
95.
Did it roll?
It rolled on mine. Do I need to roll it specifically on here?
Yeah, it's got to be in there. 78.
Dumb.
Armor.
All right.
Armor.
Huzzah!
Okay. So, Vex, roll a D100 for me.
That's the one on the end, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will
Okay.
come with a D10.
Double
Percentile.
zero.
Yeah.
Okay, that came up as a 97, so it's a heavy armor.
Ooh.
Kitten, roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh, I did too. I'm sorry.
No, it's supposed to have 2 dice because it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
One
got
is
a
the first
100.
digit. The
It's
other
got a,
one
yeah.
is.
One's a tens, one's a ones. You need
Doesn't
you'll need to
look
drop
like
it
it
on
showed.
the
Yeah.
chat. Yeah.
It did.
There it
That
goes.
counts.
There it is.
89. So with an 89, Biscuit pulled up a set of splint armor.
Okay.
Huh. Can I cast water breathing on us so that I can go with Biscuit to look in his shipwreck area?
Yes, you can cast water ring to do that. Also, it wasn't Biscuit that drug that up. Biscuit brought up the ship materials. It was
Ray.
Ray that pulled up the armor, and then
I will
Flynn.
absolutely come swimming with you. Yes.
Who was it that was helping Flynn pull it up? Was that Kitten? Was that you, or
Yeah, I
was
think it was
that?
Kitten.
I mean, I
Okay.
said I'd help, so doesn't
Okay.
matter. I can cast this on up to 10 people, so I'm going to cast it on our crew and Biscuit and Bernard.
Yay! Oh, that's 24 hours. Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Can I coffee while it's on?
Just
I
a
don't
You
little
can't
little
breathe it.
air bubble with like a little cappuccino cup just inside. Yes.
Like
Perfect.
it doesn't put me in a space helmet, right?
I don't think so.
Don't think
Just
so.
No,
like-
no, no, no. It just covers your head in a bubble. Yeah, and you can move in and
That's a
out.
space helmet.
It's a space helmet. It covers you in a bubble. Like you can move.
It's a
your hand in and
permeable
out.
helmet, so you
Yeah.
can move things in and out, but with some force
Okay.
required.
Are you sure? Because reading
Yeah.
the spell water breathing, it just says
Gain the
Effect-
ability to breathe
gain-
underwater.
yeah.
You
it
are
doesn't say
correct,
anything
except
about it.
I'm running a One Piece game and have said
Got
that
you.
it's an air
Got
bubble.
you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No, I was checking to make sure that DMs can make mistakes and sometimes they
Sir,
can be
yes,
cut.
sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I respect absolutely.
Okay.
So,
Just wanted to
So-
can
double
I
check
ask Biscuit to show me where he found that things and like latch onto
Absolutely.
his big fur so we can go swimming?
Absolutely. So we've got
will
Biscuit going
absolutely
down
go
and
down
leading
with
with Isabella. Giuseppe's going. Is everybody going? There's
I
enough
will
people on the
absolutely
ship.
go
You're not going to get left behind. You could temp anchor.
Yeah, let's
I-
do that.
I'm looking from the side.
You look it from the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stay on the
Um,
ship.
Staying
I'm
on
not
ship.
going near anything because I ate a devil fruit, and if I
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yes, actually, that's a good point. I'm
Yeah,
absolutely
okay.
not going to go diving.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
going to
I'll
let you. You
I'll
were
go
going to
then if you stick
breathe,
on the
but you
ship.
were also going to sink.
But should
Hey-
something happen to the ship, they can still breathe.
Mhm,
If
mhm.
if that's the case, there is others staying. I will go.
Okay.
Yes.
What is Grace doing? Grace is
Besides
muted. There we
being
go.
graceful.
Sorry.
I am definitely gonna go into the water. I don't mind like keeping an eye on like passively looking at them doing their thing, but I'm gonna still be actively fishing if I can.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. So what we could say, we could move around who was helping who, and have you have been helping Flynn instead of somebody else, because then that makes sense for the two of you, because the two of you are trying to haul something up that is giving a little bit of a fight right as they're like about to go jump in the water. To
Okay.
give a frame of reference, I'm going to put you. I'm gonna leave you where you are. I'm gonna move
Okay.
Flynn to you because that's perfectly fine. You two are over here.
Over here, trying to haul something in.
Yeah, and then Kitten. Lost track of you.
I'm down with Magellan.
You're with Magellan. Okay. So you with Biscuit, I'll bring Biscuit up as well, will have been somewhere probably off this lower side of your grassy like back porch.
Terrace.
Yeah, thank you.
Strippy swimwear. Fantastic.
Oh, sorry.
No, I like it. No. I'm just
Stripey.
imagining this
Stripey.
gnome in like the monokini, you know?
Yeah. The One Piece.
100%.
The old style One Piece.
Oh, that went in a very different
We
direction.
found
Wear
the One Piece.
we found the One Piece, and Giuseppe is wearing it.
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't
Oh,
want to get my
goodness.
spoon armor rusty, so you know.
Completely
Yeah.
valid.
No salad fingers. I'm if salad fingers happens, I'm leaving.
yeah. Okay.
I do not like it when the red water comes out.
Check one thing.
I don't see any
as-
elevators.
I stopped following. Why? You guys have lost me.
Do
fingers, red
circus.
No, that was
Okay.
me. Don't worry. That's from Salad Fingers episode 2 or something.
Oh, it's a show?
Salad Fingers?
An old one. Kind of a meme
Old, weird
cartoon, internet.
cartoon. Yeah.
I'm not familiar. Okay.
Yes. That's the Rusty Spoons reference, yes.
Yeah, it's a special time of the internet. Salad fingers and
Very
Let's
special.
not bring it back.
Yes.
It's not like a Newgrounds old, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It's that age, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it probably predates the height of Newgrounds, but anyway, let's stop derailing. There will
Yes.
be no
So-
salad fingering.
So, all right. So, I'm going to need athletics or strength checks from Grace and Flynn. One of you can roll with advantage if you like, or you can each roll one.
Flynn, you're looking mighty strong today. Let me give you a hand.
Please and thank you.
All right, Flynn, give me an athletics check at advantage, please.
Okay. Advantage. Athletics.
Nice, 23. Just a moment. Let's see.
So I've
can
like
see it.
grabbed onto the net and have braced with my leg and am holding it, and then he's doing the bulk of the like actual pulling. Is what's happening.
Yes, yes.
Fair.
Yeah, 100%.
I heard grabbed onto the nut, and my brain is just in the wrong place now.
Nut.
Like, how is this helping?
All right, strippy bikini, relax.
Cough, cough. My head's in a place today, clearly.
Okay, give me just a second. I'll show you what you're fighting against here.
Oh, I of course, it's Sea King. Good job.
Dinner for
You're-
everyone.
You're reeling this in, and it's fighting really hard. The two of you are pulling on this. You feel like you could probably get a couple other people to help reel this in. That's behind you, if one of you wanted to.
I will certainly help.
We got a live one.
Okay, so Ray is going over there.
This is not involving me going in the water, is it?
No, you're on the ship.
Very good. Fool me once.
Not my fault. Okay.
That's true. No, thank you very much. I think it was Flynn who reminded us.
Yeah.
Doing God's work.
Or else you would have been a Sea King snack.
That's true.
You say Sea King, and I just think of the Pokemon evolution of Goldeen.
Just need to upload the image here.
Isn't that Gyarados? No. Yes.
No, Goldeen. Sea King's the evolution of that one.
Yeah, it's the fish with the horn on its head.
Oh, the pretty one, not the floppy
Yes.
one. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Magikarp.
Yeah, that's the Magikarp. Goldeen's a goldfish with a horn.
It's pretty.
And it's actually a koi. Crazy enough, because
What is
Yeah,
a koi
which
but a
is-
fancy goldfish?
They're
is
actually the
exactly-
They're all carp.
overall.
They're all
Yeah. Yeah.
apparently so is Garp.
It's true.
Garp the carp.
Aw.
Yarp.
So, I would say, who's going down? Isabella, Giuseppe, Biscuit. Was anybody else going down underneath? I think that's it right now, right?
I'm the only
so-
other person that can swim safely.
That's not going.
Yeah.
All right, so
And you're not
that-
going?
Mm-mm. I'm helping Flynn pull up this net. I was fishing.
All right.
Where
But
did
Flynn's
Giuseppe
going.
go? No, Flynn's
Flynn
not
is
going.
not going.
That would be a death trap for me. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Where's
it's just
Giuseppe?
me, Isabella, and Giuseppe somewhere. I
Giuseppe.
think I'm back at my desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume that your desk is going to be like your return home point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Your
so the three of
default
you,
state is not your room, it's your desk.
the desk. So the three of you jump off the ship down here to go underwater, being led by Biscuit, traveling down. Each of you make perception rolls. Just to make it easy, Isabella, just make yours with advantage, and we'll just assume that is Biscuit assisting you. Make the rolling for it easier.
Oh, that's clever.
Hmm.
Man, I'm gonna see nothing. This
Okay,
water's
so
so
your
fog.
passive is working correctly. I just got to figure out why Ray's isn't working correctly. So 19 and a 16. You can see the remnants of a sunken ship about 100 feet down, kind of floating in the midst of the water. It looks like something is trying to keep it buoyant, but you can also see that at least one chain is going down from it that's heading down into the deep.
A giant turtle.
I
And
point out the
while
obvious to Isabella in
Yeah.
Gnomish.
No, you can talk. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and talk in Gnomish.
That's how I sound normally.
Yeah, but Isabella, with an 18, you also notice as you're going down, rising up, is another creature, which I am going to post the picture of in the sidecar, the chat for the voice chat here.
Mhm.
The manatee.
As a
Sea
massive
cow.
sea beast, a sea cow comes erupting out from the water beside Grace and Flynn. It has the fishing line wrapped around its horn, and it looks angry as it is about to start to swim towards the ship. So for those of you on top deck of the ship,
I'm cutting the line. I'm cutting the line. I'm
Initiative?
cutting the line. What do you need?
initiative. That's what
Fuck!
It's my one weakness. Starting.
God damn it.
Simon and Ray are the two of you below deck.
No, I'm
no.
above deck helping.
Yeah,
You
I
are
was also helping.
okay. So you guys will be, we'll say, over on this side to have it be thematically appropriate that you're not right where they are.
Initiative.
Yes, initiative for everybody. I'll put some other additional people around the edges.
Right, rolling in it. Oof,
Of course.
Jesus.
There you go, Blue.
Come on, Mama. She needs a good initiative. Well, it's not horrible.
I love the fact that you rolled a 9 and you still got a
Mhm.
19.
Thank God.
Just below average.
All right, 19 does put you in the lead.
Okay.
So you are first as this massive sea cow has erupted from the water. I would say your one action, your one free object interaction before initiative hit was to cut the line, but it is up above the water, it is angry, and it looks like it's about to head for the boat.
It looks like it's in
Other
the
people
boat.
on your side are yelling.
Hit the deck, boys! We got a live one! Let's see. I feel like my girl is gonna probably bust out the old, where is Isabella? Damn it. I think, if I throw it food, will it be happy then? Bring out the pickled fish! I don't know what to do! Just like, it's huge!
You gonna poison it?
Fuck. She's not here to prestidigitate it, to fix it. Let's see. My first action will be, it's like, I don't speak sea beast. But it looks like a cow. Can we milk it? I don't know. I really don't want to murder this sea cow. I know Isabella would not be happy if I do that. So, does anyone else speak sea beast?
Nope.
I yell, no. Okay. Well, I'm already in initiative. It's probably going to be mad at me. Let's see. I'll select him. Do I have any ammunition that could knock it out?
Sure,
Is
yeah.
that a
I'm
thing?
not like in One Piece. They don't usually have their stuff too far from them, so I would
Okay.
assume that you've got it nearby.
Okay.
But it's
And
right in front of me?
Oh no. So it is. It is over here. You saw it. You saw it rising up through the water from this
Okay.
side. So like as you were diving down, off to your left, you saw something rising up.
Okay, so we're aware.
Yeah, you're aware of it. You can roll initiative if you want to. If you haven't already. And
I
can be in the initiative order. Looks like we're missing initiative for Ray and
No, I rolled.
Did it?
I think it's
I
just
rolled.
me. Yeah,
Oh
he got a 14.
no. I know why you're not on there. Hold on. That's my fault.
It's
I'll
showing a
put your
14
initiative
for
in.
me from him.
I know I didn't say it earlier, but I would like the snail to be on board the ship instead of drowning in the salty ocean with me.
makes
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
That's perfectly
Sounds like you
fine.
need a beard.
Eh.
The
No.
I can make one. Very
Are
nice.
is there any barrels of rations or pickled fish nearby that I could potentially acrobatically huck at said sea beast? Is that a possible? Like, what would I need to roll to make that happen?
So I'm going to
You want a
I'm going to
Donkey
give you an
Kong with it?
on-hand equipment check first.
Okay.
So you roll. You're going to roll a. You're going to roll a d20, and I'm
Okay.
going to say that what you're asking is not out of the realm of possibility. So you just have to roll higher than your level. So 6 or higher. And there is a barrel of one of the food stuffs of your choice on the top deck.
Okay.
16.
Uh,
That's Giuseppe for initiative. Sorry, go ahead.
Yep. Sorry, I realized it was the only one I hadn't rolled.
It's okay.
just barely made it, boys.
6. So there is a barrel on the top deck of which one you can choose what's in it. It is a foodstuffs barrel.
Pickled fish.
And I would say pickled fish. Okay, get rid of one of the pickled fish now.
Pickled fish. Yes.
I would say that it is within movement range of you to
Okay.
get to and be able to throw it.
Okay.
You're going to need either an athletics or an acrobatics.
Yep.
And you described to me how you're going to do that. Your DC is going to be 13.
Okay.
You
I'm
gotta roll
gonna
higher than 13.
grab
Can
the
I possibly,
available.
like, assist her?
I'm
that?
down.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Can you assist her? That's up to Grace, but well within reason that you would be able to if she like coordinated with you.
Fantastic.
That's-
Okay. Give me a hand, Flynn. All right, we're going to grab this barrel. And I'm going to pop my elbow, shattering the top of the... This is not one of the opened barrels. It's pop that
Correct,
bad boy
this is
open.
sealed. Sure.
All right. And so it's like the overwhelming odor of this pickled fish just comes fuming out of this fermented barrel. All right. And I am going to grab it with his hand. Like, we're both going to hook onto it. And we're going to just huck this bitch right over to the sea beast. And so it's just perfuming the air. You know, pickled fish are falling out of it. And whether or not it hits it or not, or if it just lands in front of it, will depend on this acrobatics roll. But do I roll with advantage, or what do I need to do? Okay.
Advantage.
All right, let's see. That's not great. Nope.
That's
Sailed right over the side and hit the water, but it's just spewing fish
hits the side rail
everywhere.
and bounces back into the
You
ship.
do have
maybe.
3 inspiration.
You're
have
right.
3
I do.
inspiration.
This is the time. This is
And
the
lucky.
moment. And lucky.
And you have lucky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is not a good one to spend lucky on, by the
No.
way.
This is
If you
No.
have inspiration.
this is my inspo moment. Hopefully,
This
try it
is-
again. Please, Jesus, Mama needs a new pair of shoes. I don't know what that roll does, but
It hasn't shown up for me yet.
okay.
Did it fall off the table? Maybe.
It's possible. Let me try it again. Whoop, ba-da! That one's better. Hey!
much better.
Oh, thank Jesus.
Fantastic.
Narrative moment.
Woo!
So the two of you, you hurl this thing out over the top of the rail, and it goes flying over the railing across the water. The 10 feet that separate you from this giant sea cow that's moving closer, and with its mouth opened as it's like about to roar or moo. You're not sure. You haven't seen a sea cow before. Its mouth opens up as fish are pouring like out of this barrel, kind of like a stinky rainbow. It flies towards this sea cow, lands in its mouth, and it eats it and starts to munch on it. And so it is going to spend its turn chewing on that.
Yes.
So that brings us to you technically still have other actions to do. That would only be your action. You still have bonus action and probably at least 20 feet of your movement left.
I'm not gonna move. As
Okay.
a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and just, like alert everybody. There's a sea cow. Tie yourself down, do what you need to do. We've got a big problem here. Hopefully our support if they went under can give us a hand. So I'll go ahead and just announce to the world there's a sea cow. Sorry, Henrik, about the fish. And, that ends my turn.
My fish!
Yeah!
My cabbages! Giuseppe, it is your turn. So you
Did I
are
witness?
swimming down. You did
Did
not
I
see
witness? Okay, thank
Yeah.
God.
it. You did not see the sea cow. You
Throwing good food overboard.
you didn't see that or the sea cow. You can see this boat
Okay.
that's floating
What? I
underwater.
thought
It's
you said we
about
did see
100
the
feet
sea-
underwater.
So I thought you said we could see the sea cow.
Yeah, you saw the thing
Isabel.
moving.
Isabella saw the sea cow. She saw it
I
on an
didn't.
18. Yours was, I think, a 16.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Sorry, go on then. I see.
You can see this broken vessel um, kind of floating in the middle of the water. So it's 100 feet down. It's got a chain going down below it to something you can't see in the darkness that it's stuck to. Something is keeping the ship afloat at the moment. And what I mean by afloat, I mean buoyant. It's not floating on
Buoyant. I
top.
got you.
But it's
Obviously, yeah.
buoyant to the point that it wants to pull up, but it's anchored down. It is
It's
a
an
broken ship, though. It
anti-anchor.
is split in half.
Yeah, it's an anti-anchor. It's an upside down anchor. Giuseppe makes a point of yet again pointing out the obvious to Isabella, and then begins to move towards it to investigate.
It's like a double move. So you can you move you double your distance. So you are halfway now to it. I think your speed's 25. Yeah, so 50. So it's still 50 feet from you, but you've moved halfway.
Okay. Can you?
Um,
I'm guessing I probably wouldn't swim run at it because. Yeah, why would I? All right, cool.
Mhm.
And I do the follow me, come on, let's go hands as I'm rolling.
So that brings us to the sea beast. All right, the sea beast.
He was chewing on his turn.
He is chewing. He is there though. So he is kind of floating halfway out of the water, his head sticking up. He is chewing, but does move forward to here and is kind of. It hits the ship, not in a damaging way, kind of like it's leaning on the ship while it chews. The ship is kind of down a little bit in that on that side. Um, we're gonna do something fun, and I'm gonna do it.
Oh, Oh, sweet lords and
Oh,
ladies.
see.
400
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 people go sliding towards that side of the ship.
Sucks to not have
Like, are we
clean
talking
water.
10 feet or like greater?
10 to 15 feet. They're not like sliding off the ship, and they are hitting the rail if they do hit. So like Donovan's up against the rail. One of the two commoner brothers are up against the rail. Thirstwell, the old man, he's definitely sliding. So he's like halfway now. So I'm just going to move a couple people up, and then we're going to move to Ray. Make it Ray's turn.
All right. So presumably, I'm getting blown backwards by this. All right. So I'm obviously I'm definitely going to go into wind form.
Okay. Where are you again?
I believe I was helping someone, or fishing, and someone was helping me.
Yeah, I've just lost track of you. Problem.
The
No, I'm
token,
not.
you mean?
Yeah, the token myself. The
I'm
token
I'm not
itself.
even sure what
To the
I'm not even
left.
sure what I pulled up. Oh, I don't think I might not have even put a token on for the new character.
It should be on there now. The map should be
Oh,
pushed to you, conductor, and
I
your
think I see
token for
him.
the new
Sure
characters
is.
on there. All right, so you're
He's
off to the
it's
left.
cool.
The sea cow is way over here. But you have heard it. I would say that it's probably making very loud chewing sounds somewhere between a cow and a hippo.
I have a
Mm,
question.
yes.
Can sea cows throw up? Because normal cows cannot.
Don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Fish can't
I thought normal
either.
cows.
Yeah, it's
I
just
thought
he's
normal
when he's
cows.
eating it, it's stuck in him.
Right.
Okay,
Don't
so
normal cows throw up in their mouth as a part of their eating process?
the cud, yeah.
Kind of. It's not like what we think of throwing up. Anyway, go ahead, Ray.
Okay.
Okay, so what exactly did the cow just do that blew us all over the place?
It just leaned
It's
against the boat.
leaning on that side of the ship, so the whole
Oh, it's
ship
just
is
leaning. Okay.
Yeah, the whole ship is leaning at like 20 degrees to the
Okay.
starboard side.
All right. And how did we pull this motherfucker onto the ship?
We
Um,
were strong.
We caught it with a
Strong.
rope
Yes.
and a net.
All right. Can we yeet him off the ship? I would like to try and blow him off the ship
So he's
with
not technically
concentrated
on
wind.
it. It is. Were you
If he's
going to be
not
trying?
on the ship, can we just let go of
He's
the
hanging
rod that he's
on.
on?
He's leaning. He's leaning on the side of the ship right now.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
what
I
he's
see.
doing.
So he's like holding on and peeking over the side, is he?
Yeah, while he's chewing on something.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, got it. While he's chewing on fish, got it. And is he chewing on our ship?
You haven't seen him chew on the ship yet.
Okay.
He's chewing a barrel of pickled fish.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right. So Ray is gonna fly up, judge the best angle, and try and use the power of wind to blow him off the fucking ship.
What?
Hopefully, he will lose interest.
Right. What power or what spell is it? Is this with gust or gust
This
of
is.
wind? I don't know
uh,
if you have a wind push strong enough to push something that is gargantuan.
That's what I was thinking. Yes, but also let me see. Um, sorry, just gonna check. Wind. Here we go. Okay, so I can use 6 charges to do control winds. is that one? How big is that one? Spells. Take control of the air in a 100-foot cube that you can see within range. Choose one of the following effects when you cast a spell. Gusts, a wind picks up within the cube, continually blowing in a horizontal direction you designate. Downdraft, you can use a sustained blast of strong wind to blow downward from the top of the cube. Updraft, you cause a sustained updraft within the cube, rising upward from the cube's bottom side.
So none of those actually push people.
Gusts do.
Nope.
Continually blowing in a horizontal direction.
Doesn't push people standing still. It stops people moving against the wind.
I have a thing that can push.
Could there be a
Yeah.
wall of wind that keeps the people on the deck from falling over?
There certainly could. But the wind wall is more for blocking ranged attacks rather than blocking people. It's not an actual solid wall. It's just like a wall of like.
Is that a different spell, or is that a feature of this spell?
No, this is a different spell. That was a druid spell which I would cast.
Right.
Wind wall. Yeah, it does damage. Keeps things at bay. Arrows bolt, no. So I wouldn't be able to do that specifically. But also, since I'm just going to basically generate as much wind as I can and just try and push it off. Or at least loosen its grip on the side of the ship.
Okay.
I do actually have a spell called Resting Wind, WREST. So that's creating a burst of air that can rip weapons and other items out of the hands of my enemies. So each enemy in a 20-foot radius centered on a point I target within range must make a successful strength saving throw or drop anything that is held in its hands. That actually sounds appropriate, given that that is one of the spells I picked.
Okay, so what is it you're wanting to do then?
I'm just gonna cast the ranger spell Resting Wind on the thing and try and make it drop the ship. It's currently holding it, right?
No, I think it's propped up on. Is it propped up on the ship?
Imagine like a cow leaning up against a post.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's happening. It's like it's been fed, and I was just kind of leaning, and the boat is going as it turns.
So we could so it's not actually attached to the boat at all. We could just steer the boat away.
I mean, I feel like we've let you like get wound up into the idea that this thing is threatening currently. It's not. It's just big and shocking, but chewing kind of the boat.
Yeah. It's come out of the water. It looked angry. It is now chewing a thing and is leaning against your boat as it's chewing.
Yeah.
It's more of a nuisance at the moment than anything. But it is big and causing a problem. Like it's a sea beast.
A little meta thought, just saying, that's a lot of food. And I'm not talking about the barrel of fish. And a sea king, a sea beast like this would feed the boat for a very sizable amount of time. Quite well.
But we gotta... But look at his adorable face.
I know.
Also, is Simon a vegetarian?
Like a real cow.
Was that Flynn?
I have a different plan. I have a totally different idea for this thing. And I think that it may help us out in the long run.
Okay.
Is it to strap it to the boat and make it pull us?
Thanks for taking my idea, Giuseppe.
I said it out loud earlier.
I wasn't here.
Oh, well then, thanks for repeating my idea.
Clearly, great minds.
Now. Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
so what is y'all's idea?
Strap it to the ship
I-
and make it,
and have it take us
I
to.
don't know
Yeah.
how we would do that.
a sea sleigh. You ropes. It's literally a
No.
dog sled on water.
What
Well-
if it decides to submerge?
Then we smack it.
Then we feed it more pickled fish.
We don't
As it-
have enough pickled fish to do
It's a
that.
theory. It's a theory presented. We could put flotation devices underneath its head so it can't submerge. It can only swim forward. Who knows?
I would like to
But
point
that's-
out that 2 members, well, 3 technically, 3 members of our party are currently in the ocean below us. So if this bad boy takes off and it rips up our anchor, we're leaving them behind.
Yes.
I see
can-
steak. If you guys are seeing free ride, that's cool, but I'm starting to
seeing neither.
rethink
I'm just
food.
seeing a fucking threat.
Fair.
Yes.
Speaking of, are we? Sorry, I've lost track of like the turn order.
It is
Click on-
currently
on
my
that
turn.
tracker.
It's a little cross swords thing, Dingo.
The encounters. Nope. Oh, the other crossroads thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, thank you. Scroll to the bottom, or is it a down, up?
Scroll up
So what
to
do
the
we want
top.
to do with this? Do we want to try and fight it? Do we want
So
to
it's- so it's
try and slay
crazy
it?
So with that, if you guys
No.
if you want to take the time to let it chew, we'll say it has 2 or 3 rounds of chewing. Kitten, I know you were wanting to do something. Can you go ahead and do that for me, please?
Yeah.
And if you want to describe what you're doing underwater, what that looks like as you're doing it. You do have an air bubble, so you can still speak.
I am gonna be casting heat metal on the chain that's holding that boat down on at least one of the links to see if I can melt it, and in turn release the boat so it can float up.
Ooh.
So here's what's going to happen. I believe you get to do that for 10 rounds. It does a damage per round. You're going to need to get the total damage. I'm going to say, it's 2d6, right?
2d8.
2d8, I think.
It's a 2d8 on heat metal. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
What if we both did it on a link next to each other each?
Do you have heat metal?
Yes, I do.
Cool. Yeah,
The 2
can
of
we-
you could work in conjunction. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to deal a total of 40 points of damage to a single link. Now here's how it works. You're just going to roll the damage, and it's just an accumulation of damage over time. However, because it's underwater, it's going to heal 5 of that per round.
Okay.
All right. So,
Okay.
and if you are casting it on the one beside hers with the intention of trying to break it, you can roll on yours. Half of that one's damage can go to hers.
For the other one.
Yeah.
Nice.
To assist. So if you're casting the spell, each of you go ahead and count off your spell casting spell slot and press the damage die roll.
All right.
Okay.
So 7 from Isabella on the first start.
And just the blood dot
Yeah.
roll, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then another 5 rounded up. So a total of 12. 5 heal from that.
All right. I've got to go bathroom, so I will
Yeah.
grubby.
Okay.
So
hold
if
on,
the
we-
2 of you want
Starting
to,
build.
if the 2
Do
of
we-
you want to go ahead and roll a few times, we'll see how
Uh,
many rounds it takes to melt.
Wait, before before
I was gonna.
Giuseppe rolls again, he's currently targeting Magellan, so he has to
It does.
untarget.
Oh, yeah. Untarget Magellan, but otherwise you can continue
I
to
didn't
roll.
know.
I got you. It's okay.
Thank you. Um, I was gonna say, Kitten, do we want to focus on the one that's taken more raw damage before we? Because I feel like we're not going to be counting. We're going to be like
Yeah.
counting one of them. Yeah. So if we, Valis, if we flip that over and make mine the primary one, and then Isabella's 7 becomes 4 plus 9 instead of 7
Yeah,
plus
it's
5.
it's. I think it's going to be a give and take. I've got a notepad up
Okay.
where I'm calculating the health for both of them.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, so you can both just roll, and then whichever one breaks first is the one that breaks first. Okay.
Are we just continuing to click?
8 plus 6. You can roll one more time, Giuseppe.
Okay.
12 plus 9. Okay, you can each roll again.
Isabella?
I'm trying to find it in my scrolling. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for you to
You're
roll
good.
first just to keep it neat.
We're good. Okay, 5 and 8. All right, let me tally this real quick.
My one's at
All right,
40.
so with that, the damage going back and forth, the Giuseppe's snaps right at the heat coupling area where Isabella's and Giuseppe's links meet, and the ship begins to float to the top. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Took 5 rounds to do so. So while
Okay.
you guys are bringing that up, that gives us 4 rounds of time to figure out what is happening on the boat with the sea cow.
And
Before we
I'm
move
gonna
on,
be
I just
back.
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to point out this is like that scene in Iron Man 2 where he's like welding underwater.
Yeah. So actually, who all is still here? Is everybody here except for conductor?
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still here.
That's fine. It's 10:48 East Coast time. We're gonna go ahead and
Mhm.
take our 5 to 10 minute break, and
Uh-huh.
then
Okay.
pick up with what everybody wants to do. We're not going to be an initiative, but so you guys can plan more um, open thoughts of what you want. We're not going to be an initiative unless somebody attacks something.
how's that metal going?
Well, hey, welcome back.
Well, thank you.
All right, so you are back now. So we can pick back up. We've got about, what did we say, 5 rounds worth of time. So 30 seconds for you to figure out what those of you on the top of the ship, on the top deck, would like to do. So that's
So, are we going to try and kill this thing and eat it? Or are we just going to try and get it the fuck off our ship before risking further damage?
Yes.
Which one should we prioritize?
Well, it's not really.
Get it off the fucking ship.
Okay.
It's priority 1. Priority 2, steak dinner? Would it be steak or would it be fish?
It would be a fish fillet.
I don't
little
know.
surf and turf. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be both.
Ayo.
You know, getting it off the ship first means that you have to catch it.
Or, persuade it to go after another barrel of pickled fish. Just saying.
Just saying, it's like
It's
half
been enticed
caught
to
already.
chew its cud.
My thinking is
It's
it's
half
already
caught.
half caught. All you got to do is get the rest of it on the ship.
I mean, we could lever it onto the ship. I think we just need to unalive it first.
Yeah,
For reasons.
yeah. Culinary reasons.
Mhm.
Yes.
I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. Like, Ray is a big fan of fish. He is cat, after all,
Mm-hmm. I have some ideas, but I'll have to wait till it comes around again.
It's there. Like, we're not in initiative. So you guys have 5 rounds worth of time. You can plan, coordinate, you can do what you want. Not an initiative. It's just you guys moving around, talking, discussing, figuring out what you want to do.
Okay. I'm going to look Flynn dead in the eye and go, steak dinner?
Maybe sea bus.
I'm not opposed to either of these, but we already cut the line that's tied to its horn. So if we want it to be anything, we're going to need to catch it in a more effective, slightly more tied up sort of way.
Well, I have an idea. I could pull in Isabella and talk to it.
I'm listening. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Let's just give that the old college try and see how that works.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what are you going to try
What do
and
you
do to
guys
talk
think?
to this?
Just pet it. First. I'm gonna pet it, and then just go up to it and be like, "Hey, bud." I'm gonna go up to it, pet it, like rub its nose or whatever. Be like, "Hey, buddy, listen,
Okay.
you're a little bit heavy, so we kind of need you to lean off of the ship. Like, we don't mind you being right here next to us, but you will have to, just kind of scoot a little bit further back."
Okay. So you're trying. So while you're doing that, what about the rest of you? Grace, you were asking the others, I believe.
Yes, I was going to say, so Simon, Ray, what do you guys think of our giant cow-like visitor?
Ray says, while my tastes for fish are well known by this point, I'm also not sure that this creature is very, very large. It would take some doing to capture it, or even kill it and get it ready.
Okay.
I am willing to try, and I will follow your lead, Grace.
Okay. Simon, sea bus or steak dinner?
I'm indifferent, but I also kind of see this bad boy as intelligent. I'm not too keen on killing him.
Okay.
Does he
So
have
we got.
intelligence?
Would we know if he has intelligence?
Not
You
without
could
speaking to him.
try to make a nature roll.
I have nature.
That's pretty much.
I'll try. I'll give it a go.
Give the college try.
Oof.
Ziggy zaki, ziggy zaki. Oi, oi, oi.
I
No.
think that he looks delicious.
What do I know with my D23?
That was a natural 20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess everybody makes a nature roll. Okay.
Not only does he know about the species, he knows about this particular sea cow.
Friend!
Got me out of a
I
tight
know it's
jam.
a sea beast. It's on the smaller side because there's bigger ones that are more dangerous. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. There's ones the size of our boat.
Oh no,
And
this
then
one's the size
some.
of our boat. There's ones bigger than that.
This one's the size of our dinghy. It's still sizable. I would say it's not comparable to size of our Earth Dragon, probably.
It is. So this thing is huge. No, it is massive. Um, the the image doesn't really give a proper
Sense of scale.
sense of scale. Yeah, this is how big it is when it is just up out of the water. So
His
that's
head.
it's 20 feet across. Um, like if you were to place it end to end, it would probably if it from nose to tail, it is probably that long.
90 feet.
Yeah, it's more massive than any normal fish. Sea beasts are still they can be intelligent, but they're no more intelligent than what would just be the most intelligent animal. And if you're thinking about it like food, think of it that way. Like it's an anime. You're in an anime world. People eat
Yeah.
everything. So that's
It,
Mm-hmm.
that's not
Fair.
not an option.
Is it like Laboon intelligent?
You don't know.
Alright.
You don't know about that. You don't know how I know
Oh.
how intelligent Laboon is, but you haven't had enough interaction to figure that out yet.
Right. Okay, well, I'll follow whatever lead. Whatever the majority votes.
When you rolled your fruit, conductor, what
Well,
was it that you actually rolled?
I didn't actually roll because we didn't agree on what I was going to do.
Okay, so you just wanted wind, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like
Or something the equivalent thereof.
I'm in wind form
Hmm.
because I didn't want to get thrown around anymore.
Gotcha.
Because going into the sea would be disaster.
Okay. So, I was just figuring something out real quick. So, it is right here. It is munching. It is just munching, munching. So you're gonna try and talk to it. So roll an animal handling check for me, Flynn.
Let's see. Oh my god.
Oh, so a 10. Like it's trying to chew, and it's like you're trying to pet it, and It opens its mouth and it engulfs your arm in its mouth up to like the bicep. It's not biting, it's not hurting necessarily, but it does feel like you're trying to be spaghettied.
Okay, yeah, that's cute. Let go, little fella. Let me
Make a strength or athletics roll for me.
Okay. I feel like it's getting progressively worse. Oh, I didn't mean to do two.
You have, I think there's a thing on you that's making you have
Oh, that's right.
advantage, which is not active at the moment, but that's okay. Either one of those rolls would have been fine. You pull your arm out as this thing continues to just kind of cow chew, and it's looking around the ship. You can make insight rolls for those that are looking on.
So wait, I can't because I'm.
I am so good
You
at
can.
I am so good at this game.
16,
I've got a passive
21.
insight. Okay.
Yes.
Ha!
So 13.
The sea cow is big.
It's big. It's big. It's hungry, and you're not entirely uncertain that it isn't starting to look at you all kind of like how
Steak dinner.
things look at food. Mm-hmm.
We're all just grass in the wind.
Grass in the wind. All we are is grass in the wind.
So,
If it's
probably
between
another couple
him and
rounds.
us, I'm choosing us.
Yep. I'm just kind of idly and in a non-threatening manner, just pulling out my gun and checking that it is loaded.
Okay.
Okay.
I presume I used the stats for hunting rifle. There was hunting rifle, semi-automatic, and then 2 space guns. That's all I could find the stats for.
That's fine. Hunting rifle should be fine. Damage is not, because we use a slightly different. Let me see what their damage was real quick, and I'll just edit it. But yeah, you can. Your 2 hit is perfectly fine. Classes, crew, background, races, equipment, weapons. Rifle is 1d12. So just gotta edit that.
So it's like a long-range greatsword. Great axe.
There we go. Now your damage is fixed.
Cool.
So you're doing that. So at this point, this other boat, this half of a boat, pops up out of the water. We're gonna say right about here from the ship, and it pops up, and about 5 or 6 seconds later, Giuseppe, Biscuit, and Isabella begin their ascent and crest the top as well. Giuseppe and Isabella, roll a perception roll for me, please. All right, 23, 17. Both of you notice the very large sea cow leaning up against the side of your boat. You can see the horns coming up over top of your bridge area.
Ooh, steak. Can we get back on the boat?
I want to explore the half boat that floated up.
Oh, is it floated to the top already, or is it still?
Yeah, it's floated up there with you.
I would like to see if there's anyone inside the half boat, like in like a weird little air pocket, and if there's like treasures or cool stuff.
Yeah, so absolutely you can. Heading toward, like, you're already at the boat, so you just a minor inconvenience of crawling up. There's
Hmm.
some like rope and
Okay.
stuff, so you can get up there pretty easily. Um, make make a perception roll as you move through the ship,
Both of
trying to
us?
find what you can. Okay, 21. I will be compiling that while I see what they're doing. Giuseppe, are you doing anything else as Isabella goes in?
I asked if you wanted us both to make the perception check, so
Oh yeah,
I
you can as well. I didn't hear that. I apologize. Go right ahead. 16. Good, Jim. So just a moment. All right. So while you're three looking at that, and I'll show you what the parcel is once we get it. Once I get it put together. Grace and Flynn, the two of you are closest. Ray is, I know, training his gun on it. What is Simon doing?
Hmm. I Did we decide we are gonna attack it?
I don't. You guys are. I don't know what you guys are deciding.
No, he is looking at us like food. So I'm gonna put my hand on my weapon and stand back a little and keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Grace and Flynn, two of you are right in front of it. It's looking kind of angry, but it hasn't moved yet. Are you going to wait for it to strike, or are you going to try something else?
I'm gonna kind of be like, no, don't you do it. We're not food.
Okay.
that's
Not food, friends. Whack.
Why do I feel like Grace would actually do that next to me, where she'd be like, not food, friend.
Maybe metagaming here. I feel like this is a boat. Surely there is copious amounts of rope, including the one that I cut the line on that was dangling from his horn, that we have reeled in. I feel like I might be able to acrobatically. Is that ring cannon? Is that like attached to its face?
Sure.
Okay. I feel like what I would like to do is to like jump up there and rig the rope through that ring, because then we literally have the bull by the nose,
Okay.
so to speak. So no matter what else we decide to do, I think it's going to very much pay attention to me and maybe try to back away, because that's not going to feel very good.
Right.
So would that be an acrobatics check? What would I need to make
Yeah,
that
sure.
happen? Okay.
Acrobatics sounds good. Go ahead with that.
Okay. All right, let's hope and pray I make it on the first jump. Otherwise, I might land in the sea. I think I landed in the sea. Maybe. Or maybe I missed the first one and landed back on the railing.
Well, you don't land in the sea. It's a little
Okay.
iffy. You've got to hit a 13 to get it through.
You know what? I have these copious inspo points. I feel like I'm going to use another one.
Okay. Go for it.
Another one. Okay. Let's try this again.
Bam.
Moderately
22.
better.
Yes.
Okay.
So, you get it looped through. It is now, it's not restricted. It's a little too big for you to do that, but you do have a hold of it. So, depending on what you want to do going further, you might get advantage to rolls. I might allow you to do certain things. You've definitely done what you went to accomplish. So you've got
Okay.
the rope and everything pulled through.
All right. Do I have the seamanship level to knot this in an effective knot that it's not going to just pull free?
Yes. Make
Okay.
I'm not even going to make you. That's normal everyday stuff that you'd be able to do. You can just do that.
Okay.
Um,
All
it,
right.
it, let me rephrase that. It can get free. This is not going to prevent it from getting free.
No.
Okay. If it makes a check that beats out like a strength roll or something like that, it has the option to attempt, but you have that secured.
Okay. All right. So I'll take this secured rope and huck the coil, the remaining coil at Flynn, and say, "Everybody, grab on," because then we potentially are hoisting a 90-foot sea cow, or having enough power on it that it listens to us. Either way. This is not actively harming it. It is literally just capturing it to a degree. If I can I hoist myself onto its nose safely using said ring and
Give me an
like grab
acrobatics.
onto its horn and grab onto its horns and kind of like looking it in the eye? Of course, it's like 20 feet wide, so I couldn't really grab onto both.
You could get up onto its nose though if you're wanting to like stare at it.
Yeah, I feel like that's a grace balls to the wall sort of thing. I'll do that. All right. Another
So,
one. Yes?
does that giant septum piercing that it have imply that it's domesticated, or am I reading too much into an anime D&D?
You might be reading too much into it.
Yeah, I
Or you
don't
might
think
not.
Oda ever designed this sea cow with the nose ring with the thought that it was domesticated.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
22, absolutely. You crawl, you jimmy up the rope.
Okay. So I'm standing at it, looking at it in its baleful, like giant baleful eye. Flynn's got the other end of the rope. I don't know. I feel like this is a cocky Grace, hands on her hips, moment.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm gonna startle it and just yell at it. It's like, get off my boat!
Okay, give me. I'm gonna say, give me an intimidation.
Okay.
Is anybody wanting to do anything to assist? One person. I mean, more than one person can assist, but you're only going to get advantage once.
All right. I will assist.
Okay.
How
Can
do
I
you want
be?
to assist? Yeah, you can. You can all
Uh,
assist that are on the ship. That's fine.
can I work a little magic and amplify her voice?
Sure. So the equivalent of
Yep.
thaumaturgy.
Uh huh.
Okay. You do
All
that.
right.
I wanna make her boomingly loud.
Okay. What about Ray?
I'm going to menacingly chamber around in my rifle
Okay.
and hiss
Yeah.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
threateningly.
Does Flynn
Yeah.
want to do anything?
I don't know if Flynn can do anything. I mean,
You just
Uh,
like
hug
looking
on
at
the
me like I'm crazy, holding a rope. Like what is she doing?
like maybe tug the rope a
Hold,
little bit when she says that. I guess.
Yeah.
hold the rope with conviction.
With a
with
gleam in his
conviction.
eye.
Yes. So,
Mean mugging the cow.
are you gonna mean mug the cow, Flynn, with the rope?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Grace, go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay. Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi.
Mhm.
Nice.
Almost the
19.
same. 21,
Did you just reference the man show?
maybe.
Okay.
Okay. So it
All right, I
needs to
was not
make.
prepared.
All right. So quickly, it like launches up into the air, and you're afraid it's gonna belly flop onto the ship, but you realize that it's kind of going back.
Mm-hmm.
You
Kind of like a
also realize
porpoise,
that
like
yeah,
backwards. Got it.
exactly. And so it's going away from the ship. It is still tied off, and you know that if it doesn't become untied, assuming it doesn't get hurt, it's going to start to pull the ship down. You have the time to jump off and attempt to make an attack roll on the rope if you want to, Grace. Otherwise, you're
Okay.
going with it as well.
Okay. I am gonna kind of launch myself at the ship and using my dagger try to cut the line.
Okay. So go
Let's
ahead and
see.
make an attack roll with the dagger. You're looking for, we're going to say it's an object, so a DC 10 is the normal DC for that.
Okay.
So you just got to hit 10 or higher.
Okay. That would be under actions. Let's look at. Okay. Give this weapon attack. Whoosh. That's not good. I got one more, like, inspo for the day. I feel like
You got 10. That's all you had to hit.
I got 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you weren't trying to hit him. You're just trying to hit the rope. A 10 gets it. So
Yes.
you cut the rope as this sea cow falls and splashes water all over the deck and goes underwater.
Okay. So I'm falling into the drink, but holding on to the rope with a dagger in my hand, essentially.
Yeah, you're holding on to your ship's end of the rope, which means you could swing in if you
Okay.
wanna land that way.
I'll give that a go. With panache and flair and maybe a little acrobatics.
Yes.
Helps if I actually put it in the chat box. There we go.
15, bam. However you want to land.
Maybe I whack my knee on the way. It's like, fuck!
But you land. You're uninjured. Sea cow averted. And off to the port side, rear port aft, there is half of a floating ship with an Isabella, a Biscuit, and a Giuseppe crawling on top of it. Which you could see really easily, Grace, from your vantage point from up in the air as you were taking a flip towards the deck.
It's just this spiraling woman floating through the sky holding a rope. Yeah, that tracks. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing the hand gesture of what the fuck?
Yeah. You saw cow horns, and then a really big cow jump into the air, and then you saw Grace fly through the air, and then a big splash, and you don't know what's happening over there. The ship does a wobble, too, as like it shifts suddenly from being held down on the right to going back and forth left and right. Everybody's
So,
getting
like,
shaken around.
you need to do that massive roll to, like, the people rolling back the other way
Yes,
now.
exactly.
So,
Actually, hold on. I'll do it. It's easier this
Okay,
way.
nobody else roll anything for a bit. Jesus.
Far less like aggressive on my system when I do it. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Somebody got a 20.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. At least half of the people probably like got shuffled towards the other side as the ship went back and forth. They're probably just sliding around on the deck, slippery and wet and angry, but happy that they're not being eaten by a sea cow. Did the list of things pop up for you, Kitten?
It did. I
Okay.
figure there's a lot of little gemstones, so I figured I could pocket everything and try
Everything
and make my way
tiny?
back to the ship. Well, it seems like everything on there would be tiny except for the vest, which I could wear, and the plant, which I would want to save. And what is it? There's the gem that looks like a leaf. Could pin on or keep it. Nothing in there stands out to me as it would be big.
Well, no. So there's There's a lot of berry there. I know it doesn't show as many.
I figured Giuseppe can carry that.
Yeah, there's a lot of coinage. You guys are gonna need a chest. So coins still come in denominations. So I'm gonna separate this back out. Eventually, I'll get the coins figured out so that you guys can have an accurate description of how much money you have, while also not having to have numbers that large because one piece is kind of ridiculous. But you've got that money. So are you able to? Did you drag things to your inventory already?
No,
Okay.
If
I
I could
didn't
interrupt
realize
real
I
quick,
had to do
I
that.
have to run off to the doctor. I have a doctor's appointment that I got to make it to, so I got to leave early.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
sorry
problem.
about that. I wasn't expecting it.
We'll
to
use
get
your
me
character
through
for
the call.
manual labor while you're gone. It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Alright.
So
Catch you guys next time. Thanks for hosting, Velas.
no problem.
Alright. Catch
Okay.
you all later.
So I'm gonna drag things to your inventory,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's not something that you were taking,
I'm taking it all. Are you kidding me? I'm a hoarder on this.
Yeah.
okay. What did you do with the not quite bigger? The not quite. So you're taking the plant. I know, right?
Yep. And then the leaf-shaped gem. I figured I could wear the vest.
This leaf-shaped gem. This
It's just
one.
listed as gem underneath
Yeah.
garnet.
Spinel. What is this? What is this plant that you found?
I mean, it's in there. It says small plant. And it,
No, not that one. The other one. The hardy root vegetable.
Oh, the potato?
Hey!
Yeah, the potato.
Ah,
Got
my favorite.
potatoes.
It's just
Okay.
one potato. Very small amount of french fries.
I think that's everything you were supposed to get. Yes.
I mean, we could always like plant it in the garden area on the back of the ship and have multiple potatoes.
Ooh. All right, and I'm putting the money in the party sheet.
Okay.
Did that add it? No, I don't think it did.
But there wasn't anything else that was on board, like a fun, cool dagger or a box with a hidden dragon fruit or whatever.
With the hidden dragon fruit? No, there's no dragon fruit. I mean, it could be. Maybe that fist-shaped potato is a devil fruit. You want to eat it and see?
No, I thought we were going to plant it and populate more.
Oh, I don't know that they work quite like that, but maybe.
The potatoes do.
Potatoes absolutely do. That's true.
And there were no creatures or people on that boat that we saw. No skeletons. No books.
No, there is not.
Is it okay if I close
Books.
that treasure hoard?
Absolutely. I've already put the money in the parcel items of the party sheet so you all can see how much money is there, and I can actually distribute it to you now.
Ka-ching! Damn!
Bam! Everybody just got however much that was.
A sizable chunk
560.
of gold.
Yeah,
Mhm.
560 berries, which I'm going to be redoing this to be more along the One Piece berry number, which is closer to yen. But you guys, I guess at this point you're continuing to move. You're going on. You're rounding the storm. You're getting around the northern side. Fishing has been happening throughout the whole of this day, and it's now towards the evening. People are eating what food has been gotten. People are playing music, either be it Simon or Chukka. And anyone, I believe everyone, has a passive perception high enough. You can hear the sound of a seagull.
Oh,
And
hell yeah.
uh, you look up as you're eating and having merriment made as best that can be done. I mean, there's a lot of people on the ship, but at the same time, everybody's in fairly good spirits. They survived. They got away. They're
Yeah,
going somewhere safe.
we didn't
And
starve to death.
this seagull is flying overhead, and you notice this seagull is wearing a blue hat and has like a bag hanging off of it. And as it's flying over top your ship, it like reaches in its bag and then drops something on the deck of your ship and continues to fly. It is a
Oh.
rolled up spool of papers.
News time.
I guess we'll go
Front
look at the
page.
paper.
Yeah, front page of the paper. Small island of innocence destroyed by macchiato pirates.
What?
Yeah. Typical media.
This is a government cover-up.
And I'll put it in the text chat of the game. It also, in this news, it has newspaper reports talking about how the macchiato pirates showed up with their poison drink and weakened the populace before eventually destroying the whole island in an explosion that could be seen from miles away.
This is
Ad-
slanderous.
Fleet
Firepower.
Admiral Garp is on the lookout, and all hints towards the known location of the Macchiato pirates will be given a 1 million berry reward.
1 million berries already, though.
And it's got wanted posters for each of you.
Yeah.
I love that for us.
He saw me.
Oh, I got Flynn on there twice. Flynn is the top one. The second Flynn is actually, I don't know why I think I was just making the list funny. It is Isabel.
But they saw me before they whatever.
You don't know
would
how. So here we go.
Let's see how goofy I look. Hold on.
Here we go.
That's downright insulting. Considering we killed them all but, Magellan. And they have no idea what we look like. I feel like this is like Sanji's likeness when it's not actually Sanji.
I feel I'm
This is
undervalued.
slander. You were clearly more terrifying than any of the rest of us were. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No survivors to tell. Who knows? You don't know how
Mhm.
they got the information.
Guess I'll have to do better next time.
I mean, you just shaved a man's beard off, so I mean, you're definitely making a name for yourself for sure.
I missed the wanted posters. Damn it.
It's in the game text chat.
Oh, never mind. I looked in the wrong spot.
This I gotta see.
I looked in the side chat.
Just the amounts are there.
I'm so sorry, Captain Nichols.
Everybody is. I will say everybody is listed as alive. Except for Isabella, that says dead or alive. Caution, extremely dangerous.
Love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokies. Well, whatever. Lies. We have the whole village. People will see this is the whole village and that we saved them.
Doubt, but alright.
The report also notes that the six of you are like the leaders of the crew, but does state that the ship is known to be dangerous and has a crew of. It's basically almost everybody that's on the ship. None of their names are here, but the body count is of your pirates crew is listed as the people that you've rescued.
Pirate
Are they
crew of
calling us? Are
64 people?
and they're calling us the Macchiato Pirates.
Hmm.
Ah.
Glenn's gonna see this paper. He's gonna look at it. He's gonna take a minute to be like, "Hey, I like this bounty," but then he's gonna think about it for a second. And he's gonna look over at Grace. He's gonna say, "So, did you come up with the name Macchiato Pirates? Because I didn't."
Yeah, that was early game when we were like loading food and stuff onto the ship, and like as we watched Giuseppe just load crate after crate after crate of just coffee beans. Like, okay.
But I could have sworn that we called ourselves something else, or maybe I'm going crazy.
I think you're going crazy.
I mean, we're on the SS Macchiato because, you know, we are carrying coffee and its health benefits to the world through Giuseppe's genius. Coffee beans to heal, steam to threaten, cappuccinos to keep us awake at night. It's fantastic. Science.
Yeah, use coffee grounds to smack people in the face with. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Put it in like a dirty sock and just smack them with a bunch of coffee grounds. What are you doing here? I don't know! Why are you hitting me? It's fantastic.
Can I do speak with animals to this snail to see if it can give me some insight on how, like, the communication between it and others?
Works.
Should certainly try.
The snail's all like, I'm sorry, madame, but while I appreciate your food and pets, I have been instructed that I may only say biddle 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 biddle.
Clank.
Bitter, 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 bitter. Gotcha.
I mean, it's a ritual. I don't have anything to roll for it.
Yeah, no problem. So you spend the time, you cast the spell as a ritual. You can now speak with the snail. What is it that you want to say? It's kind of looking at you, probably still a little bit eating on the everlasting gobstopper.
Mm-hmm. Hello, my snail friend. If you could not yell like you did earlier, I'd appreciate it. May I have your name, please?
It's kind of looking at you, and its eyes are wide as it kind of like leans its head back a little bit. Excuse me, madam. What are you saying? Are you speaking snail?
Oh,
Um,
God. That
Phenomenal.
accent.
Is that
Yes,
Atlantic?
little sir. How are you? Can I have your name, please?
Oh, you can ask me my name. I'm sure I can tell you something.
See.
Hmm. We'll go with Gregory. I like that. That sounds like a good one.
Oh, okay, Gregory. Um, do you have any other friends that are on board this ship?
Oh, Gregory doesn't have friends.
Do you have any colleagues on board this ship?
Colleagues. Well, if he's talking about another snail, I'm not sure that there's another one on here. Hadn't heard any make a peep. At least not on your boat.
Are you able to hear other boats?
I can intercept a snail's transmission from quite a long distance. I don't know how much distance. Never really learned distance. It's a long
Have you
way.
have you been picking up any within the distance since we set sail?
Oh, sure, yes. I've picked up plenty of things.
What have you heard?
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. You're not authorized for such information.
But I am. Would you be able to tell Magellan that information?
Hmm. Well, you see, that's a tricky situation you got there. You're asking me some questions. I could tell Magellan some information, but not at the current moment. Article 37, Section 16, subsection F. He is currently captive upon an enemy vessel. I can't tell him things.
Does anyone want information from the snail? His name is Gregory.
Don't we have a
Oh.
password from Magellan? Like some set of passcodes? Didn't he have like some set of passcodes that he was giving you? Well, that was for Impel Down. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't think that would be the same for his secret snail.
Gregory, how would you like to work with us? You can be hired by us instead of the mean old people who you were working for before.
How do you feel about those berries, Gregory? Would you like another one?
And you like another berry? Like, a tempting offer. Go ahead and give me your stipulations. I'll see if it matches up to the current amount of benefits that I receive.
What are your current benefits? So I know what I'm working with.
It's kind of like an overarching health insurance, really.
Insurance. Okay.
Yeah. I work for them. I'm ensured that I stay in health.
Well, I mean, obviously, we can keep you well fed. You can travel the world. You don't have to be in a gross beard.
Sold!
It was the beard that was the selling point, really.
Yeah.
See?
Welcome aboard,
Giuseppe's not here to
Gregory.
hear this. He needs to know no beard. No beards allowed.
So, as part of the crew, Gregory, do you want to be one of our eyes in the sky, or rather ears in the sky?
What does that mean?
What?
You want to be one of our communicators, our knowledge gatherers?
I suppose I could try to do something like that. What is it you're looking for? Come on, Toots, give me the licks.
Oh,
Don't lick the snail.
Do not
okay. So what have you heard from other snails as we've been going along the sea here? What's the word out on the streets?
Well, let's see. What I've been hearing, and his eyes go shifty, looking back and forth, left and right. Somewhere out there on those seas, dark and stormy, dead of night. Things are cold. Winds are chilly. Time's getting ripe as they move through the sea, coming after looking for pirates, looking for macchiato. Why they're looking for coffee, I never knew. Strange things have happened. I've seen an island turn into a flashlight. I've seen a big old cow come out of the water. I've heard that there's an angry man searching the seas for this macchiato coffee. He must not have had his caffeine today. He said he's gonna crush it. I don't know what that means. I guess he's drinking it fast.
Probably. Is his name Carp?
Garp. Garp. I think somebody on the other end of that line said his name was Fleet Admiral Garp. Yes.
Would you like another berry?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like it would be a fantastic idea. I would love to have a berry.
Here you go.
Yum.
Would you do me a favor and let me know if you start picking up any chitter chatter, which would indicate someone's close to us?
Oh, yeah. Definitely did it for no problem. Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Phenomenal.
Gregory. You're a very important and vital part of our crew.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being on board.
Kind of looks around. Yeah, and then like it kind of just
approving
goes
nod
off to the side.
from
I just want to give appreciation to the fact that he literally sounded like a reporter from the 1920s.
1930s. Yeah.
What do you mean, see?
What do you mean? I'm just trying to get the news, the
Ah.
facts, get the kinks out of the story.
It's just coming in.
This
group of
Gotta
pirates.
flesh out the bones, you see? Yeah, that was phenomenal.
And that's where we're going to leave it off for the night. Your bounties
All right.
for your first bounties have been posted. You have some information. We're going to pick up a couple days ahead of time next session, so you're just like a day or so out from port.
Mhm.
And that'll get us into where you're going to be going, and you've got a new member of the crew, maybe. Who knows?
I love Gregory already.
Well, everybody, I hope you had fun at the session. We'll get through to the island coming soon, and maybe more information can be gleaned from your new spy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
Phenomenal.
by a sea cow.
Yeah, almost
Go
got
see
eaten
cow,
by
go see cow.
a sea cow.
All right. Well, thanks again for hosting, as always. It's been a delight.
Mhm.
Thank you for playing. I'll see everybody next time.
Yeah.
Later.
See ya.